7-star Rillaboom raids return later tonight in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And with their return, it's time to review what builds you can use to take down Rillaboom and his ridiculous normal Tera type all weekend long. So let's take a second and check out what builds work best for both solo and online play so you can take down Rillaboom and claim those rewards all weekend long. Let's get to it. Alright, so starting off our list of Pokemon you can use to dominate Rillaboom raids all weekend long, we have the best all-arounder. This is the Pokemon that is the best for both solo and online play if you want to make this as easy as possible. And that is our boy, Corviknight. Now, I did a video on Corviknight last week about this one, but this one is actually a static Tera encounter that is on the map, so you basically have to do nothing to get this one ready. It is flying and steel with a fighting Tera type. It comes that way. You don't have to use any Tera shards to change its Tera type. It's level 100, of course, and it is holding the Shell Bell as its held item. Your EVs are maxed out in your HP and physical defense on this one with the ability Mirror Armor. And our moveset is Taunt, Iron Defense, Screech, and Body Press. And Taunt, you really don't have to have. If you want to replace Taunt with Roost, you can do that as well. But the strat for this one is pretty simple. Hop in, turn 1 and turn 2, you're going to use Screech against Rillaboom until he puts up his shield. And then once Rillaboom finally cleanses you, start using your Iron Defense to get yourself to +6 defense. And after you've done that, go ahead and start using Body Press until Rillaboom is just no more. This one is consistent. It can defeat this raid every single time with ease. You just have to have a little bit of patience with it, especially considering the fact that Rillaboom only cleanses once during the raid. So, this is your best all-around build to take on Rillaboom if you want to do this solo, and then this is one that if you're going to use this online, you're never going to upset anybody that you're playing with, because this one, it just works. So this is the best all-arounder. This is honestly the top pick build to use for this weekend for Rillaboom raids. But with that, let's take a look at the top solo-only build that is just ridiculous. And as for the best solo Pokemon, the best Pokemon that you can use if you are going to play this offline and you just want to grind out this raid by yourself, it's Arceus. It's the literal god of Pokemon that makes this raid ridiculously easy. Now, if you don't have Arceus or you don't have access to one, Corviknight does work just as well solo. This one, though, just does an absurd amount of damage and actually essentially just one-shots Rillaboom. It's a solo one-shot, and it's absurd. So your typing on this one is your fighting type because we are holding the fist plate, and our Tera type is fighting, okay? So we're going to make sure we have a fighting Tera type on this one, all right? Our EVs are maxed out in our HP and our special attack. We have a modest nature. Our ability is multi-type because, you know, that's all we get access to. And the moveset is Recover, Acid Spray, Calm Mind, and Aura Sphere. Now, with the strat here being pretty simple, the first couple turns, you're going to use Acid Spray on Rillaboom until he decides to cleanse. Then you're going to use Recover to get yourself back up to full HP. Once he cleanses, go ahead and use your 6 Calm Minds to get yourself up to +6 special attack and +6 special defense. Terrastalize and use Aura Sphere, and once you do that, it is literally going to drop Rillaboom from whatever HP he is at the moment through the shield down to 0 HP. It's a solo one-shot build. Takes a little bit of time, but it is super consistent. I have done this one probably half a dozen times and have yet to fail with this once, as long as you keep as long as you keep an eye on your HP on this one, okay? Super easy to use. And with that, let's take a look at the Wildcard Build for the weekend. And our final contender for Rillaboom raids this weekend is the Wildcard. It is the one that everybody probably has already, and has had for every single Tera raid that there has been since Charizard came out, and that is your boy, Iron Hands. So this Iron Hands is fighting an electric typing with a fighting Tera type. It's level 100. Its held item is the Metronome, which is very important for this one. It has its EVs maxed out in its HP and physical attack with an adamant nature. Its ability is Quark Drive, obviously, okay? And we have 3 moves for this one: Drain Punch, Electric Terrain, and Close Combat. With the strategy here being to use Electric Terrain first turn, and then use Drain Punch with maxed out PP to just continue to do chip damage as Metronome increases the power of Drain Punch. And then once you get to the point that you feel comfortable using close combat, you know, Rillaboom's shield has been broken, then you hop in there, you terastallize the Fighting Tera, and use close combat to deal just absurd amounts of damage to Rillaboom. Okay? This one, kind of a wild card build. I did some testing with this one last weekend. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it works. Most of the time, you know, sometimes it doesn't. Because Rillaboom has access to acrobatics. It's kind of an odd one. It's a wild card. I would not suggest taking this one online with you. However, I would say if you're going to do this one solo, or if you want to use this one solo, and you have an Iron Hand sitting around, by all means, go for it. Because when it works really well. But when it doesn't work really well. Okay? But that's it. That's Iron Hands. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my top 3 builds that you can use to take on Rillaboom the Unrivaled all weekend long for his final appearance in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We have one super well-rounded all-arounder build that's good for both solo and online play. One build that will just dominate solo raids like nobody's business. And then we have a wild card build that is kind of just there for the people who want something extra spicy this weekend. Something out of the ordinary, something that, you know, is going to give them a little bit more of a challenge if they find this raid too easy. Yeah, which I don't think anybody will. But that's it. Those are the builds that I have for you guys. Get out there, enjoy Rillaboom raids this weekend. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys have been using to take on Rillaboom the Unrivaled. And as always, remember, you guys got this. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.